Hey guys, Victoria here and welcome to the Geeky Sandbox. So today we're going to be doing a quick non-spoiler review of the movie A Quiet Place. So as we know, A Quiet Place is a 2018 drama thriller movie. It's PG-13 for those of you who are thinking about going to go see it. They have this whole really cool tagline, if they hear you, they'll hunt you. And I don't know, I really like it. I like the idea of, I don't know, in some certain situations in thriller movies where you have to be quiet because the natural thing we all want to do is like run, scream, fight back, things like that. But in this case, the only thing they can do is be quiet. The whole premise is there's this family, they live in this kind of post-apocalyptic kind of world, or at least this particular town is right now. It's desolate. There aren't many other people out there, which that's up for debate because I know some other people were saying something that I'll probably mention later on if I remember. But like, it's basically just this one family and they have to live a very quiet life because there are these creatures that hunt people that make any kind of sound. And by hunt, they'll kill you, they'll eat you, whatever you want to call it. The cast was really amazing. I know a lot of people were already going because Emily Blunt and John Kransinski, husband and wife in real life, were playing husband and wife in this movie. Also, you know, John Kransinski had a hand in helping produce the movie, direct the movie, and even gave some tips in terms of like what the writers contributed, which I need to shout them out as well. So the story was by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, but the screenplay, John Kransinski also had a hand in it with these gentlemen as well. Emily Blunt's performance and some of the scenes in the movie were amazing. And obviously one of the most iconic scenes that we get to see partially in the trailer, we get to see it fully play out, which I'm not going to say what that is. Intense, very intense. I feel like I was clenching my toes and just clenching everything I could on my body throughout some of the more intense moments in the movie with Emily Blunt. So snaps for Emily Blunt. But going back to the cast, the kids were amazing as well. Noah Jupe was amazing as the second child, the middle child. He definitely gave off those middle child vibes to the character that he played. He was very needy a little bit, you know, at the age he was, but he was also wanting to eventually man up and help the family. So I definitely feel like Noah did a great job portraying that kind of like antsy and anxious and nervous and scared middle child. And of course, Millicent Simmons, who plays the oldest child, the oldest daughter in the movie, phenomenal. I really think that she really gave the other characters something to work with, like her relationship with John Kransinski's character, their whole relationship and the dynamic, even the small dynamics between her and her mother, who's played by Emily Blunt, and just her interactions with her brothers too. Like, I really feel like she did an amazing job, and I know John Kransinski fought really hard to get her in the movie as well. She's actually a deaf actress, so you know, I don't know, I mean, everything she was doing was spot on. So she already knows what it's like to not be able to hear, and all the things they incorporated with her character being deaf as well. She was able to portray that like spotlessly and just beautifully. But as a whole, yeah, I really think this was the perfect cast. I really feel like they seemed like a real family. They worked really well together. I believe that they were a family. I believe that they had problems going in, and I believe that, you know, that they wanted to try to get through this creature hunting them together. I believed it. And that's one of the things that I always try to believe, or that's just one of the things that I always try to seek out is, do I believe that these people are a family? Do I believe that these characters care about each other? And I did. I could definitely tell, even with the silence in the movie, that these people really cared about each other. Now, as for the sound design is obviously very important for this movie because it's called A Quiet Place. So all the ambient noises and things like that definitely are the stars of this movie. Like the sound of the river, like washing in and hitting the rocks as, you know, certain characters walk by and do things to survive. And even the sound of their bare feet, like hitting those really, really old and rickety hardwood floors, and, you know, broken down bridges and running on sand and things like that. I think sounds like that are just very important for this movie, especially as an audience member. You're sitting there and you don't want to breathe because you're like, are they going to hear me? Oh, no, obviously they're not going to hear me, but I feel like if I like talk to somebody next to me or if I like breathe or something, they're going to hear me. So I definitely applaud the sound designer for just, I don't know, giving great attention to details when it comes to those sounds, like the wind blowing and leaves rustling and, you know, even the little breaths that they were taking when they were trying to hide and like evade the pursuits and things like that. And I don't know, there's even another really great moment in the movie that I don't want to give away between John Kransinski and Emily Blunt where there is some actual music, and I love the way that they have to like, I don't know, adopt to this new lifestyle of silence and the way they have to have the romantic moments together and the sacrifices they have to make in order to still live a normal life. Visually, the movie was beautiful. It wasn't as colorful as I thought it would be, which is actually perfect because considering that this is supposed to be a post-apocalyptic, desolate kind of like farm kind of area, just definitely, I don't know, I imagined that those colors would be a little bit more gray, a little bit more sad. It's just very dull, but in the best way possible, with whether it's the clothing that the characters wear or the way the leaves have gotten dirtied up or the way that their feet like leaves behind like ash and stuff like that. Definitely lends itself to the tone of the movie and what the actors, or excuse me, what the characters are feeling. And just like the overall set design was nice too, just how you would imagine something would be, like boarded up windows and 10,000 locks and, you know, things like mattresses to like muffle sound, like things like that. Like I really like those small attentions to detail, or even like which this was in the trailer, so I'll go ahead and say this, so this is not a spoiler. Whenever the two oldest children are playing Monopoly, they don't play with the like heavy metal like movable pieces. They're playing with like a quilted starfish and like a glitter or sequins kind of like patch. And, you know, these are things I imagine their mother, Emily Blunt, found for them in order to like not make sound and things like that. And when they roll the dice, they don't roll them on the like hard Monopoly board. They roll them on like the nice carpet. And I don't know, it's just those little attention to details that the set designer and creator just decided to put in the movie that, I don't know, really gave me the sense that I was in there playing Monopoly with, you know, those kids, or I was in the kitchen trying to like silently like smoke a fish without using an oven, you know what I mean? So it's just like those little things that definitely took the movie there for me. It went from like already here to like up here, you know what I mean? Now, like I mentioned at the top of the video, story-wise, this story is phenomenal. I feel like everyone involved did a really great job crafting this story because it's a very interesting one. It's not like, I'm not gonna say it's not like anything we've ever seen before, but I don't know, it's something we haven't seen lately, something I want to see more of. So I definitely want to see more ideas like that kind of get cranked out into the universe. So I don't know, maybe we'll see something else written by John Kransinski. The people I went to see it with, they felt like it went really fast. For me, it did go really fast, but there were some points where I feel like it dragged just a little bit, just a teeny bit. But it wasn't anything that made me not enjoy the movie, but it was just like a little observation. They were like, oh my God, the movie went by really, really fast. I was like, yeah, I was like, I don't know, it kind of dragged a little bit for me, but you know, like I said, it was something very, very minor. So if you're worried about something like that, I still feel like you should go see this movie. And with that being said, should you go see A Quiet Place? Absolutely. It's still in theaters right now. I definitely feel like you'll enjoy it. Just don't hold your breath too long and pass out. Like, oh my God. The theater also was just so quiet too. And I don't know, it was just interesting to see everyone be so invested in the characters in the movie, the situation, and just feel like you're a part of that universe. Now, the age-old question, what do I give A Quiet Place? I give A Quiet Place, I'm gonna give A Quiet Place 5 out of 5. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a like rating down below and leave me a comment. Have you seen A Quiet Place? I don't know, did you like it? And let me know what other movies that you want to see me review. If you're new to the channel, hi. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get more movie reviews like this one. And if you're already a part of the Geeky Sandbox, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can get a notification every time I upload a video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.